I am an old man and have known a great many troubles, but most of them never happened. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. The only way to keep your health is to eat what you don't want, drink what you don't like, and do what you'd rather not. To succeed in life, you need two things: ignorance and confidence. Wrinkles should merely indicate where smiles have been. Anger is an acid that can do more harm to the vessel in which it is stored than to anything on which it is poured. What a wee little part of a person's life are his acts and his words. His real life is led in his head and is known to none but himself. Age is an issue of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Life would be infinitely happier if we could only be born at the age of 80 and gradually approach 18. Few things are harder to put up with than the annoyance of a good example. When angry, count to 4. When very angry, swear. The best way to cheer yourself up is to try to cheer somebody else up. If it's your job to eat a frog, it's best to do it first thing in the morning. And if it's your job to eat 2 frogs, it's best to eat the biggest one first. It is not best that we should all think alike. It is a difference of opinion that makes horse races. Don't let schooling interfere with your education. The fear of death follows from the fear of life. A man who lives fully is prepared to die at any time. A man who carries a cat by the tail learns something he can learn in no other way. Part of the secret of a success in life is to eat what you like and let the food fight it out inside. It usually takes me more than 3 weeks to prepare a good impromptu speech. A man's character may be learned from the adjectives which he habitually uses in conversation. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. It is curious that physical courage should be so common in the world and moral courage so rare. Do the thing you fear most, and the death of fear is certain. Education consists mainly of what we have unlearned. Forgiveness is the fragrance that the violet sheds on the heel that has crushed it. Humor is mankind's greatest blessing. Get your facts first, then you can distort them as you please. By trying, we can easily endure adversity, another man's, I mean. I can live for 2 months on a good compliment. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. This is the ideal life. It's good sportsmanship to not pick up lost golf balls while they are still rolling. Thunder is good. Thunder is impressive, but it is lightning that does the work. Good breeding consists in concealing how much we think of ourselves and how little we think of the other person. The man who does not read good books has no advantage over the man who cannot read them. To be good is noble, but to show others how to be good is nobler and no trouble. My books are like water. Those of the great geniuses are wine. Fortunately, everybody drinks water. There are people who can do all fine and heroic things, but one, keep from telling their happiness to the unhappy. Don't go around saying the world owes you a living. The world owes you nothing. It was here first. You can't depend on your eyes when your imagination is out of focus. When we remember we are all mad, the mysteries disappear and life stands explained. When in doubt, tell the truth. When you fish for love, bait with your heart, not your brain. Wit is the sudden marriage of ideas which before their union were not perceived to have any relation. Principles have no real force except when one is well fed. When people do not respect us, we are sharply offended, yet in his private heart no man much respects himself. Clothes make the man. Naked people have little or no influence on society. A person with a new idea is a crank until the idea succeeds. A round man cannot be expected to fit in a square hole right away. He must have time to modify his shape. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. Fiction is obliged to stick to possibilities. Truth isn't.